Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another version of Ask a Virgo and Friends, where we talk about Virgo topics and get some crazy stuff going on. So, how's everybody doing this evening? Ducky, how you feeling?
I'm calming down a little bit after my little fiasco today. How about you?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. Think we just had another good show with the Cypher Sisters. Bo Dilly, how about you? How you doing?
I'm doing absolutely wonderful,
Wonderful.
a little sippy sip and, chilling and talking to y'all.
We want to
See, see,
Thank you
introduce you.
for
see how
reminding
you
me about my
Virgos
sippy sip.
doing.
We want to introduce. So, you guys, we have a guest today. One of our favorite people, one of our best friends. We decided to go ahead and have him come on and kind of shuck and jive and bullshit around with us and maybe ask some questions. So, feel free to call in, ask whatever questions you like. All fair
Or
game.
comment,
Don't hurt him.
comment.
Yeah, don't hurt him too bad. And like, share, and follow.
Definitely, definitely. So, let's start off with what's your sign, Bo Dilly?
The best side ever,
You on
Best
Ask a
Leo.
Virgo
sign.
show, baby. He said what?
Leo.
He's a Leo dog.
Ooh,
A
I got one of
Leo.
those. Whew,
Leos are some prideful jokers, man.
they
Leos
are
Leos are
Mhm.
very prideful. Uh
extremely.
I have a Leo. I'm raising a Leo.
I
And I'm
raised a
also
Leo.
yeah, and I'm also my sun sign is Virgo, my moon sign is Taurus, and my rising is Leo. So I am
Mm.
a Virgo, a Taurus, and a Leo also. So that's my pride. And y'all know Leos, we care about our hair. You see, he got the lion mane over there. Look at him, got a
Look
whole
at him.
ass lion mane over there.
Wow.
Grr.
Hey,
He said, "Grr." He sounded like
you
a
already
pussy
know.
cat.
Grr.
Grr.
Oh,
And
we got
quick
Lions
story.
grr.
roar.
Quick.
Roar.
Hey, quick story about that. A chick asked me to cut my beard one time, right? Do you know I deleted her number instantly?
Why is that? Is that the Leo in you? Is that the lion in you made you do that? Or you just absolutely no, bitch, we're not doing that? Like,
Yeah.
which part of
What?
that made you do that?
Like, why would you gave me your phone number? If you didn't like beers, then you shouldn't have never gave me your number. But
True
that's that,
facts.
I
that's the way
mean,
I was when you met me.
yeah.
So nah,
Why you
we
trying to
we
change
gonna
me?
keep it moving.
Yeah.
That's like me meeting somebody and I got serious Virgo traits, dog. That's like me meeting someone and there's no secret I smoke weed. And
Never been one
I
of
can't
mine.
imagine you meeting me and like a day or two later, you text me and be like, you think you'd stop smoking weed? Nigga, you getting deleted. You getting deleted, blocked, and some more shit. Because
Hell
if
yeah.
you how you met me, and that goes into the whole conversation of evolution versus change. I
Yes,
don't believe in relationships that people should change
I
because if
agree.
that you're changing who I fell in love with, or you're changing the person that I met. Evolving is different, which becomes a better version of yourself. So
Yes.
I think we need to get out of the habit of telling people, oh, you need to change your ways or you need to. No, what you should do is evolve. Think about that. Somebody saying you need to change versus I would like to see you evolve. They don't even sound the same. Which one
But
would you
why
be
he
Mhm.
more
got to
willing to
evolve
try?
out of his beard?
He didn't already evolve to the last stage of Pokemon. That's it. That's evolution right there. She
Yeah,
asked out.
he's grown into that because I remember him
Yeah,
before that.
that
Of
is his
course, of course.
evolution, but we know him. We
Yeah.
know that that's his evolution. You know what I mean? We know him from babyface 10, 12, 20 years ago. You know what I mean? And now that he's a grown ass man, his beard, I mean, think about it. As a man evolves into their beard,
Yes.
they don't come out like that. It starts small. You know what
It
I mean? And
starts
then it
really
gets
small.
really small and then it gets a little fuller, then
Yeah.
a little more scraggly,
Yeah.
but longer, then a little fuller, then a little more. And next thing you know, you
You
got a
got one
whole
of
goddamn
those.
Wolverine in front of you.
You
Yeah,
sure
There
do.
you go. There you go.
yeah.
So
So that's
what is
evolution.
what do both of y'all take on the men that be? And we already know the take on the women. So let's focus on the men. The men that cut their hair after a bad breakup. Like, I got dreads and I just chop that crap off, or you know what I'm saying. We go. I don't know, midlife crisis, something. You know what I'm saying? They get
You go get
emotional
you
and
a
just
new
chop all
Corvette,
their stuff off.
start riding motorcycles. That's
Yeah,
like
you know what I'm saying? Want to buy a Corvette. Want to buy a Corvette, stuff like that.
yeah. Um, I mean, for me, let's see. My ex husband go through something. I don't think so. Like I haven't experienced that yet. I don't think.
I
I
have
can't say that I
experienced
have. Yeah.
I've experienced quite a few things on both ends, the female and the male. For women, I understand why women do it, and this is not to make it a gender thing, but women are emotionally driven. Men do not, and you could Google this. A man does not emotionally mature until the age of 43.
Mm.
Scientific proven fact. If you want to know when a man matures, so
Got one more year.
emotionally, emotionally, you ask. So I think women do it because we're told that at some point you're supposed to cut off all your hair to get rid of all that bad shit and all that past shit and everything. And so it's not supposed to be just for that one breakup.
Yeah.
That bitch just crazy. She just want to walk around looking like a bald-headed dirty tennis ball. But
Ooh.
for a man to do it, I don't really know. Because dreads are not even dreads, excuse me, locks are a wisdom trip. So what kind of coon cat did she have that made you cut off all your shit? That's
Yeah.
what I want to know.
For real.
So
I
I
don't know,
don't
you
know
know
how
what
I
I'm
feel
saying?
about that.
Like I've seen it happen recently to a couple friends of mine. So I'm just asking, you know,
Uh-huh.
because I was, I'm still confused. I was confused and still confused about, you know, what made them do such a thing. Because, doing an act of doing something like that takes time. That growth, um, takes years. So, like, and energy and time and money and, you know, somebody retwisting your stuff. And for me to get mad and go cut my stuff off, that's not happening. Well, I
Yeah.
can't say that because I'm not that person, and we've learned to never say never, but that's crazy to me.
However, I don't think I've ever cut my hair because of a breakup. I cut my hair because I was just trying to be different. Change a couple of things. Come out with a new me.
I think a breakup would prompt me to cut my hair, but it won't be the reason that I cut my hair, if that makes any sense. Like
Mm.
out with the old, your
In
ass is
between.
gone. This hair can go too, and I can start all the way over and start anew and all that. So I don't think the breakup itself, no, I can't see me cutting my hair off behind nobody. But
So
I
you
could
saying you
see
think it's
me,
the getting rid of the bad energy?
All
yes,
of it. Yeah, okay.
because you're told that, remember, from very young, your hair is your crown. And from a very young age, you're told that with a son, not with a daughter, you're never supposed to cut a woman's hair, especially on a full moon. With a young man, you are supposed to cut his hair once he hits 1 year old. And then if you decide to let it grow after that, that's fine. But at a year old is when you're supposed to give him his first trim, the on his birthday that he turns a year. And all of that has to do with a spiritual reason of getting rid of, and also so they can progress. I'll give you an example. Cliff, when I didn't cut Tigre's hair right away, which I cut his hair when he turned one, but Cliff didn't know that because I let his hair grow back. He said, "Hey, I don't want you to go through what I went through. My son is autistic because, you know." And this is not, I don't want to shame him and somebody, oh, what does that have to do with? You have to think how people spiritually think. And a lot of people that are on a spiritual level will look at mentally how you're affected, because there is a such thing as your pineal gland.
Yeah.
And that is a real thing. And out of evolution, it used to be here. But because we have evolved and we don't have 6 fingers and our fingers are not as webbed as they used to be, it is now situated further back in your head. And it calcifies when you eat meat. That's why some people that don't eat meat are a little more intelligent than those that do, because of it being calcified.
Mm.
Now, when you start talking about the hair and so forth and thinking about the head itself, this is where your hair is your antennas. You understand what I'm saying? Now, what happens when your antennas have picked up all types of trash and bullshit over the years? You need a new set.
Yeah.
You see. So for some people, it is a spiritual movement of trying to get rid of a lot of the old shit. And
Yeah.
then And if you notice, most women that cut their hair off and decide to let it grow back, it comes back longer, thicker, and fuller.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's the reasons for that. Men, it could be the same thing. I don't think now locks. I think it's tricky because you're talking about locks and the reason why you know what you got to go through to grow locks. So I can't foresee me having a breakup being a dude and cutting my locks off. Now fuck that.
Unless he was doing it for, and nowadays, I mean, back in the day, you used to have to do it for jobs and stuff like that, right? But nowadays, you don't have to do that anymore. It's more acceptable.
Most jobs don't even drug test. Most jobs, government jobs, are you read the criteria for a government job and it'll say drug testing? No.
Mm-hmm.
So hair, they're not fucking with you about your hair because of discrimination laws. Look at what he does. We're not going to put his business on the air, but look at what he does. He has an actual professional career job where he has and a full beard.
Yeah.
And that type of job that he has, once upon a time, being a black man, no less, doing what he does, and now having a full, not a short, evened out,
which is
goatee.
Yeah.
He's got a full out biker boy. Shout out to the biker boys. He is a biker boy. He's got a full blown biker boy beard, and it's acceptable. And you'll see white men with them now. You'll see black men with them now. You'll see the long hair, the ponytails. I see plenty of white guys with a full ass beard and a long ass ponytail. Looks like he slams fucking beers on his head, but he's professional at his job.
And a lot of like retired military people, you'll see they'll have the full beard, but they'll still have a shaved head. But they'll have the full beard with the shaved head. And that's
well, you know, they can't cut it. I think if you're military and you have for the Navy, it is called a chit, CHIT, and for the Army, it is a waiver. You either have to have a no shave chit or a no shave waiver. And when you have that, that means you can't, not even fashionably, because you're saying that you can't shave because you get a pack of nerds under your shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have ingrowns or folliculitis, so you need to let that grow. So they can't shape it up. But that shit, I don't know how long it could grow, but they let it grow.
Yeah. Shit. You know. How long are you gonna let yours get?
I don't know.
As long as it goes. Huh?
As long as it's
you do different shit to it?
No.
What is your upkeep? What is your beard upkeep for the ladies? They want to know how your beard smells because we know y'all got the booty pictures on your chin.
Nightly, every morning, every night.
Okay.
Like it's obviously washed and rinsed every night, you know, and 2 or 3 times a week it has to be washed, and not, you know, for the purpose of the hair, to clean out your pores and clean your face and all of that, like under all of that, right? All of that, and then you have to re-moisturize and condition and all of this other stuff. So that's the same things you do for the hair on your head is the same things I have to do for my beard, just a little bit more often because it's my face.
So now for my next question, if you don't mind, and this might be a little bit personal, so feel free to decline. What does a man do that has a long beard that he is very particular about, that he keeps upkept and goes through strenuous things to keep your beard upkept? What do you do when you have intimacies with a woman that is that's a shooter? Gunslinger.
There's nothing you can do because
unmute your mic.
You know, that might be part of the reasons why you need to rinse and wash on a nightly basis. I don't know for some, but like this is a lot. So you don't want to be walking around too long with leftovers.
You know what's sad? You sit there and you listen to other people.
No matter what, you're still gonna smell that. Everything that's in your beard, you're gonna smell it. It's right under your nose. So I wouldn't recommend leaving it there. You know.
What? No, I absolutely no, fellas. If you got a beard, wash that shit.
Please.
If she is a what's a
she's
got a water gun,
yeah,
and she aims at you, you're gonna have to tighten that up.
Mm.
So that was my question for you, bearded
You
fellas,
might
because
want
I'm
to pull
pretty
it out of
sure
the way a little bit while you know what I'm saying, enjoy
Braid
it.
it down,
braid it down,
tie
Yeah,
it
split it
up,
down,
you know,
not
split
pull
tied
it
it
out
up.
of
up.
the
Oh
way,
Lord. Okay, just gonna move this like curtains.
Yeah,
You just pull it on your
Split it
neck.
down the middle with two braids going.
you know what I'm saying.
Oh Lord.
Yo, what? Hey, mess around, get it caught, and you know what I'm saying. Pull a couple hairs and leave them in the booty cheek or something.
Oh no, not the cheeks.
Well,
Now I
Lord.
have
you don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they squeeze them together and don't realize it till later on.
now, since we're talking about squeezing things together, I'm gonna read you guys something
Okay.
to you and the viewers, and I want you guys to give your honest opinion. Now, here's a topic, okay? The answer should always be no. Remember, he whispered, fuck, in her ear when he stuck the tip in. Not finished. Do you believe in the second chances when somebody cheated on you? So the question is, do you believe in second chances when somebody cheated on you? And the answer should always be no. Remember, he whispered, fuck, in her ear when he stuck the tip in.
I mean, so for some people, sex is a intimate thing, and for others, we just need to get our rocks off.
Mm.
And to me, and I know this will probably make me sound like I'm not really, I don't know. I don't give a fuck. Because I'm going to tell you, I'm an old woman and I'm going to believe what the fuck I'm going to believe. And
That's
I'm
right.
at the age that sex to me is a means to an end. And it's just for me to get off. I don't need sex in a, and I don't think sex equates love. It used
It
to
does
when I was
not.
younger. It used to when I was younger.
Yeah.
It equated love. But then as I got older and my libido got a little more active, I was like, look, man, I just need you to come over, top me off, and dip. Shit. So, and I prefer
Bo
that way
Dilly,
because I got my own space.
how do
Um,
you feel? Bo
Hmm.
Dilly, a
can
man's opinion. Where is established when you need him?
can you
Yeah, no.
can you? I want to understand the question. You know what
All
I'm
right,
saying?
so let me. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna redo it.
So my
So
answer
let me
is
start.
no.
So your
Yes.
answer is no. Okay.
Or
So here,
whatever says that, yeah, you should take the cheater back because, it may have just been about, it depends.
okay. So here's the question, Bo Dilly. Do you believe in second chances after someone cheated on you? Why or why not? Wait, pause. Now, somebody else's reply is the answer should always be no. Remember, he or she whispered fuck in her ear when he stuck the tip in. Y'all know that first initial stick the tip in, like, ooh, you know what I mean? And she's just reminding you that when he cheated on you, somebody said, oh shit, when a tip went in. That's just a friendly reminder of what happens when they cheat. And are you okay with remembering that happened
I
when
don't
you
need them
cheated?
fucking details.
Um, first things first. I'm not gonna think about that part because uh, I don't know. You know what? It depends. Like my initial is fuck no, right? Um, but also at the same time, I have been on both sides of that, right? And it's when it comes to love, and we've all done crazy shit when it came to love, right?
Right.
So when it if you don't really love the person, if you don't see a real future with that person, then the answer with second chance is you just needed an excuse. You just didn't want to give up that quick, right? Okay. So he just gave you another reason. He or she just gave you a reason just to go on about your business anyway. You was probably already not in that mode. But when it comes to somebody that you really loved and you saw your future with them, blah, 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 you kind of think about things a little bit different and you got to think about different situations, man. You might have a business with that person. You might
That's true.
have this. You might have that. And just saying fuck to all that, you know, that money or that way of living, and whoever told you, you know, money don't matter is a broke nigga that's always been broke.
Yes,
Period,
they
point
are
blank.
liars. You can't throw away the baby with the bathwater.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit, man! He said, "Hey, let the church say a Graham and amen."
A
You know,
grand.
Because
it
that
matters.
he surely said a mouthful.
Yes, he
Yeah.
did. And and
So
that's what I mean, and so if you're in a situation, let's say for instance that it's a long distance relationship and it goes 6 months, a year, 2 years, or whatever, some people have needs. Like some people, our libidos are in different places. And some of us just need that rock off. But it's not that I don't love you.
true, true, true. And
I
that's
have
a
a
good
different
one.
opinion. I have a different opinion. Y'all know my shit finna be out the box like a motherfucker,
so,
boy.
so so you can tell the cheaters in the room.
I'm gonna recap mine too, because I thought of something else too. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna go around. We're gonna go around the table of the knights, the round table of the knights tonight. So here's my opinion. I think it depends on what the context of you cheating. Was you just trying to? Because you got your dick stuck. I don't really give a fuck. I mean, shit, you could have told me I'd have picked the bitch out for you, and you could have got your dick stuck. Because shit like that, I don't have hangups about that type of shit.
Exactly.
As long as I feel like, don't do anything behind my back that you can't do with me or in my face. That's my thing. So if I say, for instance, I don't mind you getting your dick sucked, Now, if you cheat and you do it, I'm gonna be pissed off, not because I'm gonna be pissed off because what was the reason? Like you didn't have to do that. You could have just
But that's because you proposed a different type of relationship from the jump.
But there's some tricks to this shit now. Cause I done been on both sides and I've introduced some shit and got mad, and I've introduced some shit and been all for it. You get what I'm saying? It depends on age. It depends on the relationship. So cheating isn't necessarily, I think it depends on your relationship and your understanding, your trust level. When this person says, you know what, listen, I got drunk as fuck, and I don't even know this bitch. I did strap up though, or I didn't, or whatever the case was. My job is to let you know before another motherfucker tells you one, because I'm not going to have you out there looking stupid. Number two, now we need to establish what is the issue and why, and can we come back?
Exactly.
If you're in a situation with a relationship where you have a friendship, I think you can come back from anything. If you have a friendship in your relationship and there is certain understanding, that I ain't say go out there and just stick your dick or put your cat on everything all willy
I'm
nilly.
saying sometimes there are just extenuating circumstances that lead you to the path.
And here's the thing. We often look at being cheated on because it's fucked up, but we often don't look at what we did to drive a person to that.
Boom.
See, there's two things. Nobody ever.
But that's a Virgo trait because we self-analyze every fucking thing.
Everything. You have to look at both sides of the coin. You understand? It's a double-edged sword. Everything in life you do, there has to be a form of self-responsibility, accountability, self-motherfucking responsibility. Even if you go out to a nightclub and you ain't got no panties on and something horribly horrific happens to you, nobody's gonna ever say,
well, why are we wearing any drawers?
Because we've been told that not to sham, not to victim sham, not to do any of that. But at some point, you have to take self-responsibility of how you do shit. Now, when we talk about relationships and cheating, now, are you just a fucking cheater and you getting everything that you need at home and you just decided that you wanted to go do it? That's a little different.
That's a different story.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's a little different.
And if you become looking for like another relationship, like you've got a full-on type relationship with somebody else.
So that's what I'm saying. So there's so many different forms. There's emotional cheating. There's sexual cheating.
Sexual.
Now, emotional. So I think that's, now here's where it gets different. Are you having a sexual affair where you're emotionally involved? Because if that's the case, we got a motherfucking problem.
Oh yeah, it's a whole.
Now, if you just went and got your rocks off.
Yeah.
And now if you just got your rocks off, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I condone that shit. But at the same time, now I got to see what the problem is between us, because
what am I not
it's
doing?
not in your. What am I not doing, and why am I not doing it?
Yeah.
And are we in a revolving door? And it's not a time to say, well, here's the start of it, here's the finish of it. the problem is that there's a problem. You understand what I'm
Yes.
saying?
And we
There's
need
a
to handle
problem,
that problem.
right? And we have to address what the issue is. Um, and
And
with
I think
that being
time spent
said,
in a relationship also applies. You know, how long
it
have you
does.
been in that relationship?
It
Because if
does.
it's only been like 6 months, I mean, maybe I ain't feeling this lifestyle. But
Well,
if
I
it's
think
been,
you have to have also sexual compatibility.
yes,
You don't have to be 1,000% sexually compatible, but you have to have some sort of sexual compatibility. And if you don't have sexual compatibility, you have to create some. Because if
yes,
you don't, you are in a long road for trouble. You have to create some sort of compatibility intimately, verbally, and emotionally. And I mean all of this in the intimate setting of having sex with
yeah.
your partner. So that way you don't run the risk of having these issues. Because my question is always going to be, I'm an out the box thinker. You got cheated on. That's
What'd you
fucked up.
do?
What'd you do?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Or what
sorry that I
didn't you
think like
do?
that. Or what didn't you do? I'm sorry I think like that, because it's
But it's
fucked
the
up.
reality.
So
And,
so I was headed down that same path because there are situations where you have high sex drives and low sex drives, right?
yes,
And if you in a situation where no matter what happens, the low sex drive don't want to share you and don't want to give you none. Period. Right?
that's that bullshit.
So what are
That's
you
true though.
supposed to do? What I'm just saying.
Leave.
So I'm not.
No,
I'm not for it. So somebody has to grow up in this situation. Somebody got to grow up.
but
You
I
know what
think
I'm
you
saying?
learn that in the first
If
6 months,
you
right?
if you're not gonna be an adult about this, and I like, it's only so many times. Okay, so for me, if you keep telling me no, I'm gonna assume this is at this point mental abuse because I'm gonna think something wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? And I know
Yeah.
ain't nothing wrong with it. Mentally. What's going on?
Yes.
So we're gonna have this conversation, blah blah blah. And when I say grow up, I don't care if you feel like it or not. You need to roll over, do whatever you got to do, and keep it moving. If
Okay.
you don't want to do that, just say you don't want to do that, but don't be mad on the backside.
When I go get it someplace.
Yeah. And I think you have to understand also there's channels and steps that you got to take. And the first channels and steps that you have to take is to try to troubleshoot.
Mm.
Is it a mental issue? Is there some emotional shit? Is there a medical issue? You understand? Are you traumatized? Or is like, okay, for women instance, a woman's instance, there are some women that have been assaulted or that have been in a abusive relationship where their
They were
spouse
raped.
might feel like it's owed to them.
Yeah.
Like there is no such thing as me asking you when I come in dinner and roll over, bend over, let's get it popping. You don't get
But
to say so.
on
And
the
she might go into another relationship where she has this trauma and she doesn't understand or know how to express, and her spouse is trying to figure out like what the fuck is wrong with you, because now you got me thinking something wrong with me. You act like you want me, but then you don't. And it's like he
yeah.
said, it's like low libido, low sex drive. You don't want to give me none. You don't want me to,
So who's at fault?
Nobody's at fault. You just,
Well,
you
now
just
I
have to
think the
well,
have an
but
adult
races
conversation
that
and say, all right, hey, what we gonna do? Because this
yeah,
ain't how we gonna live life.
somebody needs to go get some help.
I'm just saying, this is not how we gonna live life.
I
However the situation turns out is how we turn it out, but we're not gonna live life like this.
I think that, and I'm always pushing mental health. And I think that after something like that happens, you have to go get the help. You can't do it on your own. You can't, what up, established? Where you at, bro? You
what
can't
man?
do it on your own. But you got to get help.
You
And,
have
and you have to be willing to understand that you need that help because whatever was done to you wasn't your fault. It almost always is not your fault, right?
but
And
it
you've
does
been in a
become your
situation
fault.
where you've been taken advantage of.
But it does become your fault when I don't care if it's emotional. I don't give a shit if it's mental. I don't care if it's physical, unless you are sewed the fuck up and your shit done been cut off. It at some point it becomes your job to go and get help to fix yourself.
It
Come
does.
to come to all situations healed. You understand? And that also includes your traumas or whatever your throat. Even if
Exactly.
you have your own hangups about sex, or if you have some sort of predisposed issue, it might even be hereditary, genetic, whatever it is. My point to say that is, it becomes your job and your fault when you no longer are doing what you have to do to correct the situation.
Yeah.
You understand? So that goes back to self
Self
responsibility. Yeah,
facts.
accountability.
Facts.
What are you? I'll say, husband or wife. It doesn't matter the gender. It could be two women. It could be two men. At this point, gender roles does not matter. We're talking about
No.
straight up. And if you are not having a conversation, a productive conversation, and you're not actively trying to figure shit out, then it does become an issue, and then you can say who's at fault. You understand?
Yeah.
Unless it's both parties. Because if you got a
Right.
speaker, a conversation is two parties, a speaker and a listener. You
Yeah.
understand? So
And
you gotta have a
you
speaker.
switch the roles.
That's right. You switch roles. So one person is a speaker, another person is a listener. Now that this person, I mean, in a perfect world of an adult conversation that can be handled by adults, that doesn't take an ugly turn, and then
But
you
if it's taking an ugly turn, then maybe you're the one that also needs to go get some help.
and there's some now at this point, there's definitely counseling needs to be had. Now, we can say counseling needs to be had all day long, but if a motherfucker ain't going to counseling, or if you're not getting counseling, or if you're not doing anything to, if you're just trying to, at that point, you can't even just say fuck it, let's do it, because now shit has gotten so awkward in a
Yeah.
situation like that it's like, excuse me, pardon me. What you do have to do now is you have to start asking questions. The person that is not the giver, the person that is withholding, or the person that's not trying to accommodate the other party that is sexual, it becomes their job. It's your job, because I ain't got a problem. You're the one that doesn't want to, or you're the one that's not wanting to talk about or tell me what you like or tell me what you don't like, or
Yeah.
or whatever the case may be. Again, male, female, or indifferent. You might be a couple that's newly men, and you might not be used to taking dick in the ass. Might be some new shit. You might want to express that to your partner. Hey man, I ain't never really did this. Dick in my ass is new. Can we?
That's why that pre-marriage counseling is important. Get that shit on the table. I'm gonna be fucking you up the ass, bro.
Because I'm pretty sure we
You know.
have both straight.
You ain't got to go to counseling for that. You could just tell a motherfucker, "Hey,
Yeah,
But
this is what we not doing."
yeah.
everybody's not comfortable having a sexual Some people, even as adults, depending on how comfortable your household was growing up and what was made to be okay. Peace out to you, Yellow Rays.
Yellow Rose.
Thank you for joining.
Yeah.
Yellow Rays.
Yellow rays. My
Yes,
bad.
Yellow Rays.
I need my glasses, y'all.
Sun Rays. But it does become up to you to start asking questions if you are not the giver. Because now you need to figure out some shit. Because if you don't want to have sex, physically penetration or whatever it is, even if you have two lesbians, somebody is going to require something from the other person. That's going to be.
I mean, that's why I married you, or am in a relationship with you, so I don't have to. Like, that's part of what I'm supposed to get. Like, that's part of what's. I'm serious. Like, if I wanted to be alone, if I wanted to be asexual, I'd be alone. Because what do I really need the person for? I got best friends. I can talk to them.
So, as Virgos, do you prefer to live with your partner before you get married, or just say, you know what, we're gonna wait till we get married to live together?
I had to test drive the car before I bought it.
I have to. Because I feel like, I know the old school, no shacking up and all that other shit.
I ain't had them days no more.
Ain't nobody, but I also believe in arranged marriages too, so don't ask me shit like that. I need to know that when my son is rich as fuck and he's a billionaire, that your daughter is also rich as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got to worry about, you know, a whole lot. So I'm cool with arranged marriages, depending on. Now, I ain't into forcing you. If you don't like her, you don't like her, you know. But I do believe there should be some sort of equality to living styles and circumstances, unless you're just completely okay with somebody being in a different place than you. Me personally, I have to live with you because I'm nutty as fuck. Not because of you. I need to live with you because of me. I need to know that you're gonna fuck with me on my good days, on
My
my
bad
bad days,
days.
when I'm being an asshole and all that other shit. Because me, I know what I can handle and I know I could take a lot. So I know I could put up with all types of personalities. I got to live with your ass to know if you can deal with me. Because if you can't fuck with me on my bad days, I can't fuck with you at all.
Yeah, facts. And I do have some bad days. I have some days where I may tell you I hate you and go jump off a bridge. But
EST said, wait, don't do it. Just wait.
I
He
mean,
said,
but
trust
see,
me,
but
enjoy
I
your
agree with
style.
them on some level because I, you know what I think a perfect marriage situation is? 2 separate bedrooms.
What?
You,
Why?
I know I get what she's saying. You thinking in the wrong sense.
Yeah.
She's not saying that y'all sleep in separate bedrooms. She's saying that y'all actually, and back in the day, that was how it was.
And it was,
Husband and wives,
that's
yeah.
why they stayed together so long.
Husband and wives did not, they had a marriage bed, is what it was called.
Yep.
The bedroom that they spent together, but they also had their own separate spaces.
Yes.
And
It's
the
called
reason
a guest room. You can
that's
go
what it's
over
called
there.
now, modern day shit.
Yeah, but like, okay. So for instance, my spouse snores. And it's hard to sleep with a snore. It really is. And so I wake up grumpy and angry because I've gotten no sleep for like the whole week. And if he were in his own room, he wouldn't have to wear his mask. He could just lay as comfortably as he wanted to be. And if I were in mine, I could lay as comfortably as I wanted to be. And then I
Got
wouldn't have to worry about having to pick up your shit. You ain't got to worry about picking up my
understood.
shit. Like it's just
That's
and
not
it's
gonna
a
work
space
for
for me to go for my moments if I need to have one. If I'm angry and I need to get away, it's a space for you to go if you're angry and need to get away.
that ain't gonna work for a Virgo.
Huh?
I don't believe that. I'm gonna tell you why I don't think that'll work for a Virgo, and I'm your best friend. I'm gonna tell you the truth. You know why? Because even in their own fucking space, that shit better be clean. I don't give a damn if it is your own space. You got to clean that shit.
No. I mean, there's a certain level of nastiness I'll deal with. Like for real. Like if you left your pants, if you left your pajamas at the side of the bed, I can deal with that for a night. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain level of shit that I have to learn to deal with because I'm married to a Taurus. And they are as bullheaded as they come.
Yeah, they'll not.
And so there's a certain, y'all heard the shit in the background. There's a certain level of shit
Again, Virgo, Taurus, Leo. So
that I gotta deal with.
Shit, man. Yeah.
And so for my own personal sanity, I think that works great. Or even if you live next door to each other, shit. Hey, you coming over tonight?
You know what? When you put it like that,
Sometimes it's, hey, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think. So here's my pet peeve, and this is super Virgo. The bedroom shit I can get past. It's the bathroom shit I can't get past.
Yeah, and I like my own bathroom.
I can't share a bathroom with anyone.
That's what I'm saying. So like a house with like 2 master suites.
Yeah.
So that you have your space, I have my space, the guests have the regular space.
Oh, y'all,
you know,
y'all rich, huh?
Yeah, we talk.
I mean, honestly, 2 master suites is not that expensive anymore. You can find rooms and apartments and things like that all over because of the roommate situations.
Yeah, they do. Now, when you mention it like that, yeah, we're thinking old school, but when you start thinking modern day, think about it. Think about it, Bodilly. You know, you have usually like if you have a 2-story. Oh, his call dropped.
That's all right.
He'll call back in. But if you have a 2-story, they'll have like a one downstairs with a bathroom.
Yep. For like the mother-in-law suite is what they call
the mother-in-law suite. So yeah, that's not hard to come by.
No. And so things like that, yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's possible. And
it's very possible. Shit.
I'm going to tell you what makes marriages last long. And most people might not understand this, but when EST says time, silence,
Yes.
my husband deploys for months.
So you
This
get that.
year,
That's why you don't mind when he comes home, because you're right there and you missed him so much that, you know what, I can tolerate it for a good 3 to 5 months of being hugged up on, and then you gotta go because you're leaving again.
I'm a little bit different. See, here's me. Because we are such great friends, and that's the important part.
Yeah.
We're such great friends that's my drinking buddy.
Yeah.
That's who I roll with. You know what I'm saying? When we go out, that's who I talk shit with. That's my wingman.
Oh yeah.
And
And even
so
when he's
I have
deployed, he's still your wingman.
yeah. So when he deploys, so here's where it gets hard. In the beginning, it's always hard because we have one son, and I think this year he might have been gone 11 months out of this year, maybe 10 minimum out of the year. That's a long time. And so he was only home for like 2 months. Now, when there's a good communication and I can reach you when there's a problem, no issue. When they first leave is generally hard because you miss your friend. You know, you miss your buddy. That's who you cook for. That's who you cook with. And when you're married, all of us, I'm assuming all of us in this panel have either are or have been married. Shit, that's the only person that you can literally take a shit and they can open the door and be like, hey, mail's in, you know what I mean? Or hey, dinner's ready, and shut the door and ain't no thing. You know, you can't.
Or sometimes they come hang out with you in the bathroom.
Yeah, just depends on if you
yeah, you're like, wait a minute.
But you with your partner, your spouse, and I'll say partner also because some people don't believe in the actual contractual piece of paper. So we won't discount type of marriages either. When you look at that and you have that type of friendship and that type of relationship, it gives longevity. And then that way when they leave, that friendship creates trust.
Yes.
If your relationship and your marriage is just a marriage only, and it's only built on marriage morality,
it won't work.
It's not going to work because you're going to be stuck in this box of what's right. We're only supposed to do this. We're only supposed to do that, and and it becomes a monotony of sex is supposed to be this way, and dinner's supposed to be this time, and this is supposed to happen, and every fucking weekend we go and we do this shit, and some of it's cool, some of the monotony is cool, but when you are only married and there's no friendship,
it makes it difficult.
It does, and there you can't tell them everything. You know what I mean? When you have
you gotta hide shit.
Everything. You know what I mean?
You gotta hide shit. You're sneaky. It makes you not the person that you want to be.
You can't be yourself. You can't, and I think that goes for both males and females. When you can't be who you really are, and there's no friendship. Also, when you can't let a man be a man, or if a man don't let a woman be a woman, because women we do woman shit. Men, they're gonna do man shit. But when you're in a marriage and you sit there and you're not supposed to do this and you shouldn't do this and you got too many male friends, you got too many female friends. I don't know these bitches. You know, first of all, here's me.
Yeah.
You my man's friend, bitch. You my friend too now, bitch. We
exactly.
Friends now.
Welcome to the family.
We all friends. Everybody friends. Hello, what you bringing for this Thanksgiving, bitch? You know what I mean? But when you start isolating their female friends or start isolating their male friends, now they got to be sneaky. Now they got to
or their family, and sometimes it goes as far as where they're isolating your family.
Yes, it does. So now when you go through all of those different, you get sneaky, and again, that person is not they're gonna look at the act of what you did that hurt them. They're not gonna look at what they did that made you feel
to
like
force you into that way.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
So
but that goes back to what you were talking about making somebody change themselves from the core of who they are. You can't force anybody. Like if you met me and I was doing blah blah blah, then this is how I'm going to continue to roll. You know what I'm saying? And that's just part of life. You can't. You're not supposed to be trying to change no grown up because you ain't their parent.
One, you do not change. Again, I stand by this. I stand 10 toes down on this. You do not tell. I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this two different ways. You need to change. You've been like this for 20 years, and I think you need to change. You're too old for this shit. You need to change how you do it. I don't like how you do it. Now, listen to this. I know you've been doing this for 20 years, but now it is time for you to evolve. And evolution is not, I don't want you to change who you are, but I would like to see you become a better version of yourself. Do you see the difference
I
in
hear the difference, but there are some core things that you should not be asking people to change.
changing something and evolving is different though? Now, let's just say, I don't like how you smoke weed. Motherfucker, first of all, I'm not going to stop smoking weed. Now, here's what you
That's
can
what I'm
do.
saying.
You can go buy me some nicer shit, or put me in a if you're trying to teach me something. Because if you want me to evolve, that means I expect you to teach me, because obviously I'm not getting it on my own, right?
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with saying that. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I need help to evolve in our situation, right? So help me, help you, help me.
Yeah.
Now, your job, if you want me to evolve, is to give me a way that works. That is, what's the word I'm looking for? That's a compromise for the
Yeah.
both. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I don't like the smell. I'm gonna get a couple air purifiers, and you need this one space right here, okay?
Yeah.
And do you think you could maybe? I hate the way the cigars smell, and I know you like smoking cigars. Do you think you could possibly either change the cigar or maybe smoke in something different? Because I'm already making the effort of making sure you have a nice space where you're comfortable, making
Yeah.
sure you got to smell that shit by doing what I have to do to compromise. Now I need you to compromise too. So now
Exactly.
you're evolving in a better way of doing things, maybe even a classier way of doing things, right?
Facts.
Same thing, a cigarette smoker. I hate fucking cigarettes. But if you got to smoke a cigarette, can we not stop every 15 minutes and you look like a crackhead every time we got to stop? Or video games, whatever. Can there be like a certain time in a place, or whatever? Your bike riding. You love to ride your bike. Now, I don't know if it's ever. Hold on. I gotta get back to that. I don't know if riding your bike has ever been an issue, but that doesn't mean stop riding your shit.
Yeah.
She's got to be understanding, and now he has to, she's got to help him evolve and tell him, okay, so this would work for me.
And
Now,
are there any things, because I want to do this with you, maybe I go with you, or
So,
maybe you don't go every weekend, or you know what I mean.
yeah.
Go ahead.
well,
What you got?
there's always a balance. You know what I'm saying? To help, and I think y'all sliding in what EST is saying about, you know what I'm saying, not letting normalcy kill the vibe.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, how do you not kill the vibe? You know what I'm saying? How we, we're changing different things, and through those changes, like for example, you know what I'm saying, like the balance of what I like to do has changed over the years, right? Some
Mm-hmm.
things aren't going anywhere. Like for example, like you said, me riding, or me going on a ride to wherever I'm going to. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna change, right? And anybody that tries to change that is just gonna exit themselves out of my life. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
So being that I picked up um a golf habit, uh
We do need to go again. It's
you
cold
know,
now, though.
I hate y'all. I hate that I missed y'all's golf. I want to
yeah,
go.
now that I picked up a golf habit, like, so now I'm teaching other friends how, you know what I'm saying, like I took my daughter this weekend to, you know what I'm saying, let her work on a swing. And me personally, like, I actually like the sport now because of the fact of me actually doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like going through the process of how, you know, learning how to ride a bike, and then going through the process of learning how to fix your slice.
Yeah.
Going through all those different things and teaching yourself, and then being able to teach others, and then see the same impact that you have on different people. How many people I done taught how to ride motorcycles? Now, I'm teaching people how to fix their life after it done took me 3.5 months to fix mine. You
Well,
know
you
what I'm
can
saying?
teach me, man, because mine is still fucked up. We already know that.
I got you. I got you. We're gonna have to get some practice swings in. I got you though.
I appreciate you. And the weird part about it is I bought him into the sport.
I got you though. I got you. But my mind operates different, boy.
Yeah.
And let me tell you this. Let me tell you this above all things. Now I have to order these $2,600 Callaway clubs. I don't. Hopefully
You've
there is no.
outplayed your clubs, man.
You
I
guys gotta come here to play golf. This is
Oh, I played on the Wahoo.
this is golf central.
Heaven. Yeah.
Golf
They're in
Central. I
Japan.
live in
Oh.
Golf Central. I mean, I can go stand in the middle of the street somewhere. There's a fucking golf course somewhere.
Oh yeah.
That's all they do out here is play golf.
just got to see
Jose
like
went to play golf this morning, actually.
You said $2,600 for them clubs, though.
I gotta have them. I don't
You
like
got to have
before
'em.
spring. Before spring, I'm gonna have those specific clubs that I want. I'm gonna have
So
them
what are they again?
before spring.
Callaway what?
They're the Callaway Rogue STs.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna read up on those. Mm.
They feel good. I was swinging with them yesterday, and they
Look at
feel
you.
good. Them motherfuckers feel good.
Well, go on and give
But
them other clubs to your daughter.
she's
Oh,
not. I don't know if she's tall enough for those yet. I don't know.
Really?
She can
Okay.
have them though.
Yeah,
But she
yeah.
can have the other ones. All I'm saying is my 7-iron was sometimes it was 100 yards and sometimes it was 200 yards with a 7-iron. You
Yeah.
know, I don't know what it is about the 8-iron. Like I couldn't hit the 8-iron right with those, but the 9-iron was the same thing. I was pushing 300 yards with a 9-iron.
Mm.
I just want to go and smoke and learn how to play golf. I want to get high on my golf cart, wear a really cute golf outfit, and really.
That's me. That's what I do.
That is my over 40 shit, y'all.
You got to tell her about you got to tell her about the time we ended up golfing with the 2 old men.
Oh yeah, that was actually kind of fun. Yeah. Go ahead. You could go ahead with the story. I'm sipping my tea.
So we pull up.
Yeah.
We pull up, and the first thing he says is, "Hey, where y'all golfing from? Because you can golf from the pro tee, or you can golf from what we call he called it something else. You know, we call it the female tee, but he called it the kitty tee or something like that. He was like, no, he called it the old man tee. He called it the old man tee. So, she was like, well, I'm just letting you know, I'm gonna start down there. He said, oh, cool, perfect, blah blah blah, right? He said that's what we playing from too. All right. So we get up there, and the first thing he says is, hey, y'all go first. Y'all go first. You know what I'm saying? Blah blah blah.
They were scoping us out.
They were scoping us out. So now, mind you, this is probably at this time, it's probably only my second time going to the course. All right. And he's like, I promise you, probably about after hole 4 or 5, he's like, look, I'm gonna give you a couple tips. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let me help you out.
let me help you out. And then after that, he was like, oh man, your swing is getting better. You ain't all over the place. Blah, blah, blah. This, that, and the third. So he tries to help Nia out. He gives Nia a couple pointers. The very next hole, she lose her ball. We searched for that ball for probably about 30 minutes. Somebody else coming around. They trying to get past our hole. It's just a whole bunch of crap going on, right? So we move on to the next hole. He was like, I'm gonna go first this time, right? He goes first. This dude smashes it. Like his first swing, I promise you, he was probably already on the green.
Yeah.
I mean, he smashes it.
Definitely. Hey, but that's why I go. I go because I'm cute, and my outfits be cute. You can tell my outfits definitely be cute.
They do.
Mm-hmm. And I'm riding in the golf cart, and I get to drive the golf cart, which means I get to reckless drive because I got a drink in one hand and a spliff in the other, or maybe a cigar.
I can't wait till I get my I'm making you fuckers take me to play golf. Y'all two gonna take me to play golf.
We're
Now
gonna
he
go to the
gonna show
golf
me a
range.
slice, but like I've been paying for like
We're gonna go
5
to the
years, and
range
that's all I
first.
ever
We'll
do.
go to the range first before we
All
go,
right, all
because
right.
golf balls are expensive for you to be losing them first.
You,
Yeah, go to
you know
Costco.
what? Man?
Go to Costco's and just get a big ass box. It has like a lot of golf balls. You'll
That's why
be
I said we're going to the golf range first. The golf
yeah.
range here, you can go to the range for $6.
Yep, and just smack the hell out of balls. It's
Yeah,
a beautiful
I'm
thing.
afraid of liking golf, man. Y'all know I'm bougie as hell. Now I'm
It-
gonna want a country
you
club and oh shit.
you gonna want to do some with them nails too. You gonna have to put
yeah,
some golf gloves on.
Of
yeah.
course I'm gonna
I
put
wear
golf
golf
gloves on.
gloves.
Of course I'm gonna put golf gloves on. That's gonna be part
I
of my
have my
thing.
golf gloves, my golf shoes, my outfit that's a golf
Gotta
outfit.
have the whole outfit. I need the hat and all that.
I got hats, girl. I got visors. And my
Yeah, I need
golf bag actually matches my clothes most times.
Mhm.
Because
and
I
Yeah,
nine
got a
times out of
black and white. Look,
probably I'll probably put
we
nails.
talk about the unimportant shit.
Yeah, I'll
exactly.
cut my nails in
None
like
of that.
a sporty.
None of
I
that helped us.
shit sporty, so I
But
feel
at least
like
I know now I don't feel bad because
So,
I was really thinking I was a horrible person. So I was like, I'm
no,
just doing
no.
this.
I want to like beat your ass on the golf course, but I got to look good doing it. I got
Yeah,
to, and I
yeah.
got to be fun for my golf course. I got to beat your ass high as hell, and yeah.
Yeah, see, the high
so,
part is what messes it up a little bit.
so
No,
those
you
type of
know, gotta
vibes. So,
concentrate, girl.
you know what I'm
Whew.
saying? Like for
Yeah.
for the different things, man. You
Did
know
you not
that
hear
that
what I said? I
the
drink,
what?
I smoke a cigar,
Oh.
and I'm smoking weed. There ain't
Oh, see,
shit
I
going
can't do all
on.
that. I can't do all that. I
I
won't be
Yeah,
able
mean,
to.
she's
I got to
literally moving so slow. People are like, "Can we go?" And I'd be like, "Sure," because she's taking a minute.
I can't go that.
we go out there and it'd be like a 6 hour game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be
So
like, let's just go home. Let's just go home.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to make you go home.
Nah. You know what, dude? You know, we gotta hit that expensive course again because uh,
It was a
I
nice.
fi-
It was definitely a nice one.
I figured it out though. I figured that course out.
All right.
I
Which
figured
one are you
that one.
talking about? The one over by over
Yeah,
there by the bank?
by the bank. Yeah, by the
Okay.
bank. One by the
All right.
bank.
I got you. I got you. All right. All right. We could
I gotta
definitely do that.
I gotta see if the ones up here are public though. Where I live at now, I don't know. I haven't checked.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. They may not be.
I don't think the ones up here are public.
Yeah. I mean, you moved to a different area.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little bougier over there.
don't
All right.
start with me.
So established in '87, just to jump back, and what can prove a relationship to be true? Let one of y'all come out of the post-op surgery, and that person still be there and actually tend to your loving. That's true. That's true. If you have surgery, yeah, you definitely want somebody you can ride on. Shit.
so that's what I tell people now. Like, really don't realize it when you're young, because you do want somebody that's physically attractive, and you want somebody that's visually appealing, and they sound good and all this. They got a nice little swag and whatnot. But are they gonna wipe your ass when you old? When you know what I mean? Are they gonna hold your hair when you grow up and shit?
And
You
I
know,
mean, that's what you need. You need that shit. Because
when
if
you
they're
can't
not,
remember shit, are they gonna like leave your ass there and spend your little check that you get every 2 weeks? Or are they gonna stay and stick little sticky pads on your fucking mirror so you can remember, your fucking name and that those are your kids and they're not the neighbor's dog? You know what I mean? Like you might have
So,
Alzheimer's or anything.
so as,
exactly.
as long as I'm not even gonna lie to you, you know what I'm
Wait,
saying?
what
As
happened?
long all I'm saying is I'm not gonna lie to you. To answer her question,
Uh-huh.
as long as I could put them rubber gloves on, yeah, I'll wipe your ass. But I don't want to fuck around and get none of your shit on my motherfucking
And catch
hands.
nothing.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't even want my own shit on my own hands. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh shit! He's
You know
talking
what I'm
about
saying? I put them gloves on and wipe your ass,
bar. Hey man,
but
I'm gonna have to ask for some rubber gloves too, dog. Cause
you know what
I'm
I'm
gonna
Yeah,
saying?
I
Them
tell
can't
shits
do it.
better.
Like, no, I'm not doing it barehanded. I
you.
mean, even when, yeah.
You can't even deal with vomit, dog. You take yourself out the chat. You just take yourself all the way out the chat. Thanks, John Mikes. I appreciate that. But that's the truth though. The truth is when it's all said and done, looks are gonna fade. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And even if you and that's if you live long enough for your looks to fade.
Or you
Uh,
may lose all your damn teeth.
your
Like,
limbs.
yeah,
Hey, I'm,
limbs.
I'm for that part. You know
Hey,
what
I'm
I'm
you
just
know
saying?
you
saying,
for
like,
that
as you
part.
get, yeah. I mean, go get you
You
some
know what
fly
I'm
ass
talking about?
dentures, but like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
the truth of the matter is when these looks fade, when I got a fucking gimpy ass walk because my hip is bothering me and I can't drop it like it's hot no more. That ass then gave me a hip problem now. And I gotta have hip surgery. Knock on wood. You
yeah.
know.
When I done
Um
gained 200 pounds.
yeah, from being that thick girl that everybody liked, or the man that used to be all buff and shit like that. Now he's frail,
He got
or
man
now
titties.
he got man titties. Yeah.
And a pregnancy belly.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Man,
the. I'm even gonna lie, man. I don't know how y'all do that, man. When the
because
men be having the
you
man
love
titties and
somebody.
they poke out to the side like that right there.
Oh,
Oh,
see,
yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know man titties because that's
Or them hard ass pregnancy bellies that tell you that screaming colonoscopy.
man.
that's definitely a
I think
colonoscopy.
them be hernias or some shit. Why they
I think
belly
it's
so
shit.
hard?
I think it's straight up shit. I
I
think you need to take a good
be
dump.
hernias. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, you got 30 feet of intestines inside of you. I think some shit
Oh
needs
man,
to
like, why you? Why your belly so hard? You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
don't understand it. I don't understand it. And what am I supposed to do with it? I can't even lay on that motherfucker. Like I like to
saying?
lay on the belly and it be kind of flat. You know?
Yeah.
It don't even push down no more. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah. You
saying?
can't get it down because it's that fucking hard. Be like, what are you, 9 months?
You know what I'm saying?
Jump on the belly for the wee wee to get hard.
Oh my, oh my, oh my.
She
I,
had to take it there. She had to
that's
take it there.
that's a thought in my head I did not want to have. Like,
Nobody did. Nobody did, bro. Nobody wanted to have that thought.
Hey man, listen, you gotta love who you with. I think that's what that really means when you gotta love who you with
Yeah.
because
oh,
at the
okay.
end of it all, here's the thing. If you know you really love that person, and it could be a motherfucker fine as hell,
Mm.
and we'll even say you might even cheat. But are you gonna leave? I mean, you just look at that person different, man. The person that you really truly love, they wait. Your concern ain't gonna be because of how they look. It's gonna be
Nope.
because of their health. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna care about that. You gonna look at this. What are you over there doing?
He like, no, buddy.
What are you doing? What are you down here? Hey,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
what
I'm
is he
sorry.
doing down here?
I'm
What is
I
sorry.
don't even know.
he doing?
I don't even know.
Hey, I'm
What are you
sorry. I'm sorry. The first time that motherfucker go, oh, you gonna be like, what the fuck?
Oh, God.
Ah, he got that Rick Ross sweat dropping on you. You gonna be like, oh no. He lose his breath and go, huh. You gonna be like, uh-oh,
And he
uh-oh.
only walked like 2 feet.
So I had this guy try
You
to
gonna
talk.
rethink that one.
You go
You
read
I
the
had
tea
this
know,
guy
leaves.
try to talk
They
to
say
me.
you gotta go.
Now,
you know
Rodney,
what
I don't know
I'm
if you're watching this show, but his name is Rodney. Rodney, I ain't gonna say where you from. I ain't gonna do that. Rodney snores while he's a wide the fuck awake. You,
Oh, right.
you got the utter audacity. Listen, man, I am 5'3" and 156 pounds. That is a big boy. And this man has to be about at least 6'4", 6'5" in fat. And I'm not fat shaming because ain't nothing wrong with a big dude.
I mean, some women see that and think protection right off the bat.
Listen, and that's cool until your ass is you did you fall asleep? Oh my wait. What? You awake? Motherfucker wide ass awake. You snore while you up. Yes. And that's some normal shit. That's too big. That's too motherfucking big. That means
wait. So you saying Rodney should be wearing a CPAP like 24/7?
Rodney snores while he is awake. When he's not,
yeah.
And he's just. It sounds like he's in intermittent mode or some shit. Or
so
like
you think like you panicking like Rodney gonna kick off real quick?
I mean, you would really think this motherfucker's in a deep sleep, not like a light snore. This is not like a light snore.
It's like the
this is yeah, that's a real deep down in his 30-something feet of intestines snore. This nigga snores like a real life bear, wide awake. There's
he wrong. That's not Rodney. That's a Snorlax.
Oh my god.
That is so again, we're not fat shaming because I love them all, right? I can't window. I can
and you're right. We not fat shaming at all because I ain't finna sit here and tell you I ain't never fucked a fat bitch because you
gotta be a bitch though.
Oh, you right. But hey.
You bitch a fat girl. No, go ahead, call her a bitch.
I'm sure he didn't fuck no fat.
Hey, I said what I said. I apologize if you take offense, but hey, it is what it is. I'm just telling you.
I'm trying to think. What's the good word to use without calling a brother the N word? Because I just don't like that word at all. But like, what do you call a dude that's the equivalent of a bitch?
Oh, that's a good one. You just pick a word, any word.
Call him a Mitch.
A Mitch.
Yeah, that's Kevin Hart came up with that a while ago. Just like they don't have purses, they have merces. You catch with
a Mitch and a merce.
Let's find our own word. That one been used. Let's find something new.
A Mitch and a merce. Good Lord.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
What do you call a man bitch? What do you call a man bitch?
A man bitch.
You might have to think about an acronym or actual word that don't even mean that. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got think of something. Let's create something. Think of something. Let's create.
Okay. Because I was thinking, I was like a whoreson, son, but like then you going for his mama.
No,
and that ain't cool. Why you going for the mama?
No, I'm talking about a word that doesn't mean like something bad, right? You know what I'm saying?
A keyboard because I played that food.
He just trying to put that.
No, you know what I'm
saying? He's trying to save the brothers.
What's the name of the Monopoly man?
Mr. Monopoly.
What's the Monopoly guy's name?
Mr. Monopoly.
That's his name, Mr. Monopoly?
Yeah, Mr. Peanut. That's what we're going to call Mr. Peanut. But that's not offensive enough. I need a word that's going to hit you in the gut. Just as the word bitch hits you in the gut. Like for females, some females will fight you for calling them a bitch.
Well, there's already a word for that, though. If you want to call a man a bitch without calling him a bitch, but it still means the same shit.
Yeah. We were just trying to think of a word.
Sassy. Call a man sassy and see how he acts.
Ooh, wait. You a sassy little thing.
That's worse than calling him a bitch right there. You a sassy.
Oh my God.
I gotta write that down. You sassy ass motherfucker.
Yeah. You see how you look? You are
yeah, you're right.
Call a dude.
Why call him the player? Or zesty.
He call it zesty. Sassy.
Yeah.
Oh, you a zesty little thing, ain't you? Oh, them fight words right there, boy. Some fight words. Hey, yeah. Yo, somebody go throw some punches. You do that.
Listen, you call a dude. They didn't already acclimated to that. It'll still piss some of them off. If you like all men in general,
hey, let's combine them then. let's combine them then and say you a sassy little Monopoly man, ain't you? Oh my
That little zesty top hat.
god!
Oh man.
Look, you little sass, you a little sassy. Let's what we gonna say? Mr. Monopoly is sassy, or
A
sassy
sassy
Mr.
little
Monopoly.
Monopoly man, ain't you?
Yeah, you got a couple dollars, huh?
Uh,
He said, zesty. He says that's too good, zesty. It is. That is too good.
that
Zesty
is
is brother. Zesty is
zesty.
sassy. Ooh, I gotta use both of those.
You gonna have a man
Oh,
fighting.
sassy with your
That's
sassy.
how you.
I gotta use both of those.
If you trying to itch for a fight, you want him to come.
We are no longer calling men bitches. They are not acting like bitches. We are going to tell them they are being zesty or
Sassy.
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 You
Sassy
got
is
me
zesty.
sassy today,
right
ain't you,
now.
Mr.
You over
Monopoly
that's
man?
real
Za-
I
sassy.
like that. I like
Zasty.
that.
Zasty. You a
Zesty.
zasty little
Zesty.
thing. You a
Act-
zasty little thing, ain't you?
Ain't you?
Mhm.
He gonna
Ain't-
think you he gonna think you hitting on him and calling him nasty.
And boy is worse than bitch.
Yeah,
Yeah, men don't
but
like to be called
that's the
boy either.
educated man though. Only
Yeah.
an educated man is gonna pick up on that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I think a certain man of me, gentleman, a man of education, just an educated woman, you can't call her no gal. That's the equivalent of being called a boy. You know what I mean? But I think sassy,
I like zesty.
sassy.
Oh
Sassy.
yeah. We
I'm a,
got us one. We came up with what we need to come up with. You know,
listen,
I like that. I like
and
that.
we can shorten it. We can just call him sassy. With your sassy Larry acting ass, sassy.
Sassy
What,
Larry.
Never.
Sassy Leroy.
what's the other one?
Sassy Rufus.
No, there's no. What is it? Chauncey. That's what it is.
Chauncey.
Motherfucker's name Chauncey.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
no
so
no no
sassy,
no!
sassy.
I can't do that to the Chauncey's of the world. I got a good friend named Chauncey. I fucks with him hard.
What is it about the name Chauncey for a man?
It's
That
almost like Rufus to me.
no,
Like your mama
Chauncey
didn't
is
love you.
that's a sassy ass name for a man. That is sassy as hell. Chauncey.
It is. I kind of agree.
Oh my
Friend or
boy.
not, I kind of agree. And I do understand what you're saying
No,
because
you know what? The man
every
named Leslie.
Our
oh
name Leslie. Oh yeah. Our name.
yeah, that is a good one. That is a good one. That is a good
You
one.
know
Why would
another
you?
that you don't hear
Why
that?
you do that?
No, I'm. You know what? And I scrolled across something today, right? And I wish I wouldn't have scrolled across it. But what be killing me is when them bodybuilding females turn around and put on a feminine dress and
They
have
seen that at the cap party. We didn't know what was wrong with her titties. Jose.
Wait, what
the
happened?
thing about it was their back be so wide.
Her back was not wide. So it was her shoulders were broad. She didn't have a wide back. So we went to a Kappa event. The Kappas had their 50th.
Did she look like a man in the face too?
No. That's why we were confused. She had on a badass dress. Child, let me tell you. Nice dress. But we didn't understand what the fuck was wrong with her titties. It had a weird look. It was like
they
it was
flat.
on like no. They were buff in the chest like this, like a dude, and like somebody took two hard ass apples and balled them bitches up and put them hoes there too. So she might have
Oh
breast
shit!
and was really muscular, but this part was like a man, the actual base of her chest around here. But the actual boobs were like this dog, like rocks. And that was the confusing part, but you could tell it was from her lifting weights. She did not have a masculine face. She didn't have a wide back, but this bitch had shoulders like Johnny Bravo, dog. And she had like for real. Oh hell no, Chauncey is fighting words. He gave I told you, Chauncey. I told you.
He ain't Gabriel.
and Gabriel.
Gabe,
Because Gabriel could be Gabrielle.
Mm-hmm.
Gabriella. Yeah, it's spelled the same. Shit.
Supposed to be another L in a Gabrielle, but it should say.
Yeah, but a lot of women don't know how to spell. You know, they
But
be
yeah,
putting
no,
names together, especially in our community. We put a
I'm
lot
gonna
of
give
shit
you a
together.
picture. This isn't her, but here's another girl that was kind of buff.
Oh, look at her arms. And
Damn.
that was a long time ago, boy. She
Yeah,
like she got a good right cross.
yeah.
She, and like,
We're
I don't
you see,
understand.
we kind of
Okay.
stood
Yeah.
where we at. We stood over here on this
Yeah.
side. Let me get this out the light. This was, I think, the army event or some shit. She wasn't in the army either. She was somebody's wife. Let me do like this so you can actually see Shorty's arms.
No,
Uh,
we can see him.
and her face was a little masculine. Yeah, Clarissa
So
Shields.
established in 87 says Clarissa Shields is a good example of what y'all talking about. Like I don't get it, but
I'm
women
gonna
are
have to
gonna
look
be
her
women,
up.
you know what I mean? And you know, I guess what
I've
we
never
define
seen
as
her.
women are different.
I'm curious now.
Yeah, but I've never wanted the bodybuilder type body. I just wanted
Clarissa
a tone
Shields.
body.
And it's just hard for me to, even if they don't have a manly face, to feel a hard body is just like uh yeah, this ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, this her?
Ooh,
Uh, EST. Is that no? Is
yeah,
that
right here. You see her with the
That's a dude.
no, that's a
no?
female.
That's a
That's a
woman.
whole female.
That's
Oh
a
my god,
Somebody
yo.
asked though. Clarissa Shields is the only boxer in history, female or male,
this is
to
her
hold
not pumped
four
up.
major.
You can tell she's a woman. She's not pumped up here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Remember when you pump up, when you know what I mean? Your face, your body, everything when you're pumped up. So that's her pumped up right there. So you could
I
tell.
mean,
But
she's a boxer. She trying to win. Fuck that. I
woo,
get it.
most of them brought them boxer broads with the
But
exception.
you no,
Y'all
put that picture
forget
back
about
up
Layla
when she
Ali
had
like
that
this.
medal on. Put that picture back up when she had that medal on. I know exactly what you're saying. So there is nothing there. She got an open jacket on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's literally nothing there.
and she probably
Like
never got to wear a bra.
Well, no,
she probably
you could see her. You know what I mean. So she's clearly a woman, but because she's not top heavy, when she pumps up, that's it. And she look like she'll knock your ass between the refrigerator and the wall, Bo Dilly. You might want to watch how you.
hey
How
man,
you
hey
talking shit
man,
about her?
look at here. Hey, I'm
Shout out to
always
you,
talk.
Clarissa.
I'm I'm
You don't have
always
a
talk
problem,
shit.
huh?
I'm always talk shit, but the thing about it is, you know what I'm saying, you never bring a gun to a knife fight. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say it backwards again. I'm gonna say it backwards again one more time. She
Right.
better not bring a motherfucking knife to this gunfight.
Yeah.
Period.
Well,
But yeah, I believe me, you right. I ain't finna fight her. Not one time. She's a trained boxer.
She is.
yeah.
She will ball her ass. That's why I'm giving her, shout
Yeah,
out, Clarissa. Hey.
yeah,
I ain't
yeah,
trying to be
yeah.
caught because I don't know where she lives. I ain't no
Yeah.
scary bitch. But
She ain't coming to fight me. You know what I'm saying? She coming to get y'all. You know
I
what
ain't
I'm
no
Uh,
saying?
scary one, but yeah.
I got a 4-5 upstairs. I don't fight
Oh
from
no,
nothing.
I got but and now we already know if we talking the gun situation, we covered. But
I tell the shit out your ass if we have to. But
oh yeah.
Hey,
I ain't got
Man,
the
I don't fight fair. There's
but
no such thing
I
as
don't
a
got the
fair fight
wings
in
for
my
that.
book.
I'm gonna have to
but
shoot
I
this.
promise you this, right? We sit here talking shit, but and this is on some real shit. She probably got a little voice and the biggest sweetheart in the world.
They
I
Yeah, she
usually,
promise you
probably
this.
is.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
But
did you hear about the one that killed her husband though? There was a bodybuilder that killed her husband. What was
What
her
did he
name?
do?
oh,
He
they
was in
let her off. I
oh
read that. It's in Texas, I think. They let her off.
no, this
And
one was
y'all
in
wonder why I
California.
love my state.
This was in California.
Okay.
No.
Bodybuilder.
Oh, okay. Something just happened in Texas too. They let that
Hmm,
girl off. The one in Texas.
I
It was
watched
either
the
it was it was either Texas or Louisiana, but I'm pretty sure it's in
It
one
ain't
of those states.
Louisiana, I can tell you that.
They
Louisiana ain't
let
let Party off the
They let
shit.
her off, and they said it was self-defense.
This one is Sally McNeil. So she's still in jail.
Nah, this woman ain't
But then
in
okay,
jail.
so maybe these, because a lot of them do take steroids. I don't know if everybody does, and hopefully they're testing better for them. But Florida bodybuilder accused of murdering and burning his ex-wife. Yeah, yeah. Ray McNeil, he was the one that Sally killed. So they were both bodybuilders, and she killed him.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he was a black Marine, married a white girl. She took his ass out. But they call her Killer Sally. That's who I'm talking about. Yeah, there's a whole
Nah,
Netflix documentary on her.
I'm talking about something recent. This is recent. Like in the last 48 hours, recent.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Why don't you like refrigerator backs? I mean,
What? No, he said,
name
what?
for
You don't like
everybody.
refrigerator bags? Of course I don't like refrigerator bags. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I? You know what I'm
Name for
saying? Like,
everybody.
I don't want her back to look like mine when she bend over. Like, what kind of shit is that?
Yeah,
That's
because I
just
mean, at some level,
like
like you have to be. For women, is that
how
tough?
how is it that I'm gonna reach up and grab them big old shoulders? Like that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work at all.
Sorry, John. That's a no.
That's a no.
Established in 87 said, hell no, John.
Like,
Oh,
how the fuck?
Exactly.
That's crazy. No one's doing that.
Yeah.
But
well,
yeah.
before we go anywhere, since we done already went over, fuck it. I want to ask this question real quick.
All right, ask your question.
3 rules. Don't lie to me. Don't use me. And if you're tired of me, leave me alone.
Fuck yeah. I
My
agree with all
question
3.
is, what are y'all's thoughts and opinions about those 3 rules and why?
I like all 3. Shit. I don't
Which one
care.
of those, but which one would be your top? If you have 3 rules and those 3 rules are don't lie to me, don't use me, and if you're tired of me, leave me alone. Not necessarily in that order. What would your personal, out of the 2 of you, what would be your number 1? Would it be
Why,
don't lie
if you're
or
tired
don't?
of me, leave me the fuck alone.
So your number 1 is if you're tired of me, leave me the fuck alone.
Yep.
So
Because sometimes you gotta lie to me about like birthday presents and shit like that. I get it.
yeah, I lie to me and tell me I'm not really getting fat, but we all know
Yeah,
you
you know.
gotta lie.
That dress looks nice on you, honey. Don't let me go out
Lying
looking
ass.
like a fool. But
Right, but you know,
compliment a bride.
you know, tell me I look like motherfucking
And you
Beyonce.
know I was finna say that because
Yeah,
sometimes the truth will put us in the doghouse. We
yeah,
not gonna tell the truth all the time, but it's only out of love that
Sometimes it is.
we tell those what they call little white lies. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
Never ever am I intentionally trying to hurt your feelings, and I'm gonna tell you them little white lies, even if I don't believe them.
yeah,
Period. Point blank. Right.
exactly.
But
Exactly.
what I cannot tolerate, my number 1 is do not try to use me and think I'm gonna be a motherfucking idiot and somebody
Oh
that
no,
you
no, no.
can use
I
and
agree
play.
with you. I agree with you. Don't use me. Don't use me is a big deal.
So
But shit, if I'm smart enough, I know if you're using me. But if you don't want me, I don't really know that all the time.
That's true. That is true. So now let me ask you,
He said the doghouse. What's that?
what's that?
He got jokes.
I see it. I see it. So what would be y'all? What would be y'all second? Your first is don't you no. Your first is don't use me. Your first is if you tired of me, leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
What would be your second?
My second is don't use me. Shit.
and I'm the same
That's
way.
obvious.
After we
Your
establish the
don't
other
use me. You
part,
already used don't use me. What's your
yeah.
second? You got don't lie to me, or if you tired of me, leave me alone.
uh, don't lie.
Okay.
All right, don't lie.
Even the little white lies.
That's second nature. That's why it's second. you could tell those, you know what I'm saying? Like you can subtly tell me, hey, you need to do such and such, but right now,
Out of the panel.
you know what I'm saying, you know. And I've figured out a couple things with y'all and y'all little lies. You'll tell the lie, but you'll turn around and fix it with, for example, you'll tell me a lie about something, but you'll buy me something to fix what you just lied about.
I don't
Huh?
think Virgos
Just-
really do that. I think we tell half truths.
We do.
you know what I'm saying?
So the
It,
shit will be
it,
true, but it's not in the context that you want to hear. Or the truth may be, yeah, it's told in a way. It's a spin. It's a spin effect. That's what it is.
mhm.
Yeah.
Gotcha. A
It's
spin.
like I'm pissing on you and telling you it's raining. It's a spin effect.
Uh-huh. As long as it's water. Don't be trying to pee on me and pee scotch.
I think mine's go in the order that they doghouse, a place where I live.
That's where I be staying too. That's where I
Hey,
be staying too, Yellow Rays.
Ray,
I'm always
Ray said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna tell you the truth all the time.
Hey man.
So I stay in the damn doghouse. But
Hey,
Stay in the
hey.
doghouse."
damn it. I think for me, it's in the mine are in the original order. For me, it's don't lie to me. I got a pet peeve about that shit. And the reason why I say don't lie to me is because I'm real accepting of certain shit. All you gotta do is keep it a buck with me. You know what I mean? And give me the option to decide what I want to deal with or what I don't want to deal with. You get what
I
I'm
get
saying?
it.
So that
But I think there's categories of lies.
there certainly are. It looks like it's dark here and it's still daytime here. Yes.
Because let's say, for instance, your husband called and he
Uh-huh.
was like, "Look, I just bought her a Mercedes and I need you to blah 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 blah," but you can't tell her, and I'm not telling
Well,
her.
that's not really lying. That's
No, that's definitely lying because you may ask, "Well, what were you doing today?" "Oh, girl, I was asleep." Knowing I was at the
yeah, but
Mercedes dealer.
I think there's certain contexts where it's okay to stretch the truth because that's. But in a sense of like for me, if let's just say we'll talk about relationship wise, if I met you and you have like a whole bunch of shit that you did and you got caught cheating and that's why the fuck she left you, you ain't gotta lie to me about that.
Yeah.
Because what happened in that relationship ain't got shit to do with me. And I'm not the type to, I'm not gonna judge you based off of that.
No.
Another example, I have a friend. I won't say any names, but her car got repossessed. And I already knew that there were certain things in play weeks before it happened, but she felt the need to just lie about it. And look, we were just talking about golf clubs. Somebody trying to come in here with some golf clubs.
Oh, what you got? What you got? What you got?
Look at what we got. Duck down.
What you got?
Look at
Are
what
those your regulars?
Look at Bo Diddley, aka BUBBA. Clean your cameraman.
That shit is dirty. Or he in the bed. He like, I gotta get up early.
He was at what?
He's our guest today. What is wrong with your screen, sir? Young man.
He's in an awkward position with the light.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so
he's trying to make him something to eat or clean the dish.
in the cabinet. Closest to this stove. I have a question for you. You got to answer this question too. Everybody else to answer it. You.
Oh, and while he's on the way, Established says, "Don't be fake, because I can sense the energy is mine." And Yellow Rays.
Do you give a person that cheated a second chance?
Damn, that's tough.
So he said the same, but I know how he thinks. He thinks like we do. You know what I'm saying? He's pretty much.
Don't ask, don't tell.
I think when people get to it's the emotional shit that people really, really have an issue with.
Yes,
it ain't the fucking
it's
around.
that you're texting every morning for her. Good morning, sweetheart.
Yeah, or you're misappropriating funds and shit.
Oh no, that's
all that type of shit.
Look, people get cut for that type of shit.
That's the shit I got a problem with.
And let me say this: if you happen to be a cheater, or if you happen to catch your spouse or lover cheating, don't go after the other person. holler at your spouse. Because
Yeah,
that's the person that cheated on you. The other person ain't had shit to do with that.
that's fact.
I mean, they may know who you are, but why do they have to be loyal to you? Fuck
They
you.
don't owe you
They
anything.
don't owe you shit.
No.
Go for the spouse and the person that you dealing with. That's who's responsible to you. Anybody else is just
For God's sakes, people, keep your damn business off the damn internet. Stop running the social media, telling everybody when you have a problem, and then wonder why there's women or men in your person's DMs. Hell, telling everybody that what the hell is going on every time you post.
Exactly.
And that's the same thing, even if they are or not on social media. I do not understand why people take to social media to, okay, I get it, a sub here and there. But I'm talking about people putting their whole ass business out.
I got a question. If you caught your man cheating on you, we'll be
blah, blah, blah. Yeah, like, come on, man.
Nobody cares. And you know another thing that's a social media pet peeve of mine?
What's that? Oversharing? I hate oversharers.
The fucking hospital pics, man.
Oh, God.
Let that shit go.
Where the rest of the Virgos that hate that overly attention-seeking shit?
I think
we
my
hate
God.
attention because we're so behind-the-scenes kind of people.
When I go to the hospital, don't nobody know I'm usually in that motherfucker.
Or the crying picture post. I don't care if it's a celebrity or whoever. How did you, the crying reels or videos of you crying of whatever it is, anybody that makes a video of themselves crying is fucking weird to me. I've had a guy.
I've never seen that shit. Thank God nobody in my timeline is doing that shit.
I've seen
their ass would be blocked and deleted.
I've had guys send me shit crying. Oh my God. And
men?
It's weird.
The fuck is wrong with them?
It is fucking weird. The hospital posts. Man, go heal. Get your ass off IG. Please go heal.
I think people have to realize that the people on Facebook really are not your friends.
No, IG is a little bit worse when it comes. So Facebook, I don't really fuck with a lot of Facebook. I'm a post meme and go kind of Facebook.
That's who I am.
Yeah, I don't get into IG. I'm a lot more interactive with and the reason being is because IG is less personal to me. Yeah. Facebook is a lot more personal, and it gets into a lot more personal shit. You can post more in the comment section and all that, where IG is very limited to what you can do, right?
That's true.
So it kills me when you have like exposing people. That shit might have been okay, like maybe a couple years ago, but again, evolution, people. We ain't out in the streets no more, scrapping like hood rats, and exposing people is not cool no more. Because what you don't realize, people have jobs, people have children, people have relatives, people have lives.
Well, I think it depends on what you're exposing them for.
Pedophilia, to me, and a rapist is the only thing that's okay to expose.
I'm gonna expose the racist. I'm sorry. You call me a nigga, it's coming on the camera.
And that's it. But now, here's where you have to be careful exposing racists. Is it okay to post somebody's address?
Oh no, I don't want to post their address.
No, I'm not saying you do, but
if somebody else does, that ain't my business.
So what's been happening is a lot of these racists, their jobs, their addresses, and all that shit gets posted. Now on one end, fuck it. But on another end, do their children, because their family views their families, meaning the children, because we kind of get stuck in a family that prays together, stays together. Now, there's a lot of families that have different political views that live under one roof. There's a lot of people that are friends that have different political views. Mm-hmm. And so what we have to be mindful of and what we have to be careful of is when we do go to attack people for being disgusting, because that's pretty much what it is being disgusting. There's collateral damage, which are the kids that got to go to school and find out that your daddy's a racist. And now they're going to get picked on and fucked with by all the other kids. And they might not even be racist. They might be mad because their fucking black friend Timmy's been trying to come to the house for a fucking year. And daddy's an asshole and won't let Timmy come over. You know what I mean?
But I don't. So okay. All right. And so I get what you're saying. But if I judge each person on the content of the character, each person individually, right?
Of course.
And so I'm hoping that you know, because kids do that too. If I like fucking with Timmy, I like fucking with Timmy. I'm gonna
Yeah.
hang out with Timmy. Shit.
Yeah.
And I don't think that the kids would necessarily. I mean, yeah. Some of the kids may be like, "Well, I know why I can't come to your house now because your dad's a racist." But truth be told, as a person of color and that has children of color, I don't want my kids going over to Timmy house.
No, you're right. No, remember Timmy's the black kid.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want my kids going over to the white kid's house because their parents are going to treat
No,
my
of course
child
not.
poorly.
Of
And
course,
so,
but now
but
we
I
gotta
have to
worry
explain
about.
to my child why they can't go over there.
But now
So
we
that's
gotta
on
worry
me.
about Tyrone being fucked with. Tyrone is the white kid. So now we
There
have to
ain't no
worry
white
about.
kid named Tyrone. Billy.
No, we don't know black kids named Timmy. So Timmy's the black kid, and
Oh, I
Tyrone
got you.
flip flop. So
My
now
uncle's name was Timmy. But okay.
roll with me, dog. Roll with me. But no, seriously. Here's what we have to understand. Like, for instance, I seen a video. I saw a video, but I'm gonna say I seen. I saw a video that a black kid was at this white kid's house, and the dad said some super racist shit. And man, the white kid beat the shit out of his dad right there for being a dick. And those are the kids that I think about, because there are kids that really don't want no parts of, like, that whole Trump movement. There's kids that are on athletics, they play athletic sports. So they hang out with these black kids.
Oh
Or they
yeah.
hang out with the Hispanic kids. You know what I mean? And so forth and so forth and so
But
forth.
if they hanging out with them, truth be told, them kids are still gonna hang out. Because you know the content of that kid's character. The kid will still hang out, even if they realize that you know, their parents are some dicks. They just won't go to their house. Look, we gotta meet over here. I mean, the same thing happens. So you think about Remember the Titans. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
And there was one instance where the white kid couldn't hang out with the black kid or whatever.
Yeah.
But they still fucked with each other, even though, because he already knew this is still my friend.
I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the other black kids. You understand what I'm saying? That's going to be like, nah, man, we can't fuck with you now, Tyrone. You might think like your dad. Because there are going to be some people that are going to be assholes.
Then they should just, and you know what? That's okay. But don't fuck with me. And his black friends
if somebody
should
actually
stand up
a
for him.
racist address, though. So we get a racist address.
Yep.
Now, let me ask you something. Are we sending, or now, of course, we're not going to expose their address. But now you've just been exposed as a racist. Now, here's the question. Why do we really care? Because you really are entitled to not fuck with me. Like, I'm entitled to not fuck with you. Yeah. My problem is if you're a racist and you're in a position of hiring and you're in a position of teaching. You understand what I'm saying? Or you're in a position of giving somebody else an opportunity. That's the only time that I have a concern with you being a racist. Yeah. If you're in a position where you can give or take an opportunity from somebody, or where you're a teacher and you can influence and shape young children, and you might not like this particular race, or if you're in corporate and you make decisions on the hiring process.
Yeah, but go ahead. You make decisions on the hiring process.
Yeah, at that point, no, I have a real issue with that. If you were just a racist, regular Joe Schmo, and you just, because somebody knows that you're a racist and that's who you are, and you're in your own house talking shit, I don't really give a fuck, nor should it be anybody else's business where you live, because whatever shit you talk in your own house, that's your business.
That's in your own house. When you bring it out to the public and you say racist things like some of these ladies have been exposed saying, then they should be dealt with in a certain way. My thing is this: they eventually will be in hiring positions. Okay. So why do we want to wait till they get to the top before we cut them off at the knees? If you're that way, you should be bust out.
True.
Now, I don't have a problem busting out your employer. I don't have a problem like, hey, she's the vice president of Target or whoever. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem busting out your employer. Okay. I agree that you are responsible when you put people's addresses out there for putting people in danger.
So I think that's my thing is, I believe that what happens is that I'm more, fuck the racists. I'm
Yeah.
concerned about the collateral damage of the
children, the wife,
children that are
everybody
not,
else.
yeah, and I say that of children or wives that are not sharing the same views. Now, if y'all are sharing the same, or if y'all are sharing the same views as this
Fuck all of
motherfucker,
you.
then fuck all y'all. You know what I mean? But me trying to get ahead,
But how do you determine that?
you can't.
Exactly. And
You can't.
so you may be exposing. So at the end of the day, I think that the onus is on the black kid that decided to remain friends with this kid to explain to the other black kids why he's still friends with him.
Right.
Because if you're my friend, you're going to stand up for me.
Right.
And if you're not my friend, and if the white kid sees the black kid ain't doing shit, then fuck him too.
I believe that, and I agree wholeheartedly. Yeah, I agree. So that being said, you guys, we have had a really great show. Want to thank everybody for joining, all the comments. Please remember to like, share, and follow. I have a new task of putting a Ask a Virgo for us on IG. So we can go ahead and start putting a little informative and some stuff to keep you guys laughing and a whole bunch of other shit like that. So I will plug that in next Monday. You can follow us on IG, and we will also have a Facebook page up.
It's already created.
Yep. So we're going to get this content rolling. So we will see you guys next Monday. Thanks for joining. Like, share, follow, and have a nice night.
Peace out, everybody. Good night.